TV over here. That's weird. That's so hard to, because I want to look at you, right?
Right.
All right.
But
all right.
and the carrot disappears, but there's a little green dot right there.
I can work on it.
So we've got this.
I can work with it.
Randy McDonald, you guys. He just got done playing at the California.
Santa Rosa, downtown.
That's right.
A lot of fun.
With Pro Jam. Oh my gosh, you guys just oozed the fun and the flavor. And you were playing with Roger Volt and just Ian and the Blues Defenders. It was awesome. How do you feel?
Really honored to be invited up here to play with these great Sonoma County musicians. I'm a newcomer to the North Bay. I moved into Marin 10 years ago, but I was in the city for 30 years before that, and of course made a lot of sojourns up into the north to play in Sonoma County and Marin County. But now I'm feeling like this is my home, and I'm expanding my home from Marin up to here, and all these musicians that I've known, I'm now getting opportunity to play with. It's great.
So when you were a little guy, what is it? Who inspires you to be this amazing musician that you are?
I'm really glad you asked this question. My father was a musician.
Hey, Dad.
My father was a very charismatic trumpet player and a crooner as well. And I loved his record collection, but I only listened to it when I was alone because I didn't want my friends to know I was listening to Square Dad's music. My dad was also a golf instructor, and I didn't want to play golf because it was my dad's sport, but secretly I did want to play it. So my dad inspired me in many ways, and I'm most grateful about that. I can pass it on to my daughter. I have a daughter who's an artist too. She's a hip-hop artist, and at my father's memorial, she eloquently got up and spoke about how I passed it to her, my father passed it to me, so the generations are strong. Yeah, and so I really love the theme of our chat and where you're going to share this and how we share. But I can say the best share has been right within my family. I was in San Diego 2 weeks ago. I did a gig on Friday night. My daughter sat in with me. I went across town Saturday night and sat in with her.
I love it. Oh my God, that's wonderful.
It was just circumstance.
But the theme that he was talking about is about when we share our passion, it spreads the good stuff all over. And when it's in the family, man. So in case those of you don't know, this guy kind of hangs out with Tommy Castro, but you're off doing your own thing. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, Tommy and I started the Tommy Castro band over 30 years ago. I took a brief hiatus, and when I came back, we decided to name the band. So it's Tommy Castro and the Painkillers, current time. 30 plus years. So we put a lot of miles on. We've done thousands of gigs, written together, recorded together, traveled together, cried together, divorced together.
Became family together.
Family together. And so as we get older, and Tommy decided to move to the Palm Springs area, a little more affordable for a home. And his new bride-to-be is down there, Deanna Bogart. So he moved to the Palm Springs area, and I thought, well, we're going to see some bigger holes in the touring schedule now, because forever we've been touring feverishly for 200 dates a year. We started out in Northern California doing 350 dates a year without leaving Northern California.
Wow.
But now, as we move forward, and he's moved southward, I'm expecting some more holes in the touring schedule. So I thought, well, why don't I fill those with doing my own thing? Because I always want to step up and sing a little bit. So I worked on my vocal a little bit. I dug out some of my old original songs. I do some of the stuff that Tommy and I have co-written, and I put it into my show. And I'm doing a spattering of gigs around, and it's been really fun.
That's true. So how can we find you?
Randy McDonald's Road Dog Review. My new Facebook page is Road Dog Review. So you'll find all my events there. You'll find on my personal Randy McDonald page, Instagram Randy McDonald Bass, and and you can find me through Tommy Castro too. Tommy and I are still playing a lot. We're going to Curacao next weekend.
Just keep playing.
To play in the to play down in the Caribbean, which we love.
Tropics, how nice. Tell me a quick story. Tell us a quick story about being out on the road and why you keep doing this.
I did a series during the pandemic, Randy McDonald's Recall, and I told a lot of stories and stuff. And I pulled out memorabilia and told stories about my memorabilia. But one of the stories I said is that, when you get into you talk about road stories all day long on the bus, and they pop up in conversation, and then you get into the radio studio and they say, "Tell us a road story," and you go, "Huh?" So it's like I need to have some in check, but no, I've been out. I was out with the band called the Dynatones for 10 years before I got out with Tommy, and there are hundreds of stories. I was just playing with Johnny Vernassa in San Diego, who was with the Elvin Bishop group, one of the original Elvin Bishop group. And when I joined the Dynatones, I heard stories about the Elvin Bishop group, and then he and I recalled that their roadie at the time was the roadie for the Dynatones when I joined the So the Jimmy Craichy stories are the best stories.
And
he was the roadie.
Okay.
But I told Johnny, I said, Johnny, I don't know what he did for the Elvin Bishop group, but he was like a mascot for us. He was like the energy and the cheerleader. He was great. But there's stories of Jimmy Craichy, that always top everything else. He wrestled a bear. He wrestled a grizzly bear at the fair. He professed marriage to a waitress at La Rondalla in the Mission District of San Francisco.
What a
after 20 shots of tequila. Anyway, I can't get in. I can't get into a specific.
That's okay. It's fun. The roadies are recognized too. Okay, so you are off doing your thing. You've got a record out.
I'm not off doing my thing. I'm just.
Okay, you're on doing your thing.
I'm getting it in where I can. I'm fitting it in where I can. And luckily, Donnie offered me tonight because I worked all weekend with Tommy, of course. So
yes.
Long weekend, folks. And I'm here.
This is Monday.
And I'm here for you to share, and we all have to share. It's beautiful.
So you mentioned you did these story time things on YouTube.
Road Dog Recall.
Okay.
Before I started the Road Dog Review band, I was doing Road Dog Recall. It's on my Instagram.
Okay. Well, that sounds like that'll be something fun to catch.
If you go back in my history, there's a bunch of. After pandemic, I kind of had to get back to work. I didn't have much time to do it. But during pandemic, I probably did 25 of those.
That's where you can find the stories.
Yeah, that's where the stories are. Yeah, I did some of them on the rooftop of my Baja shack. I have a shack in Baja. It's my getaway.
I did the Baja
when
shack.
When I have all my time off. I
Baja
already wrote it. It's already copywritten. Don't steal it. Don't steal it. It's done. Copywritten.
Hey, thank you so much.
You rock, Randy.
This is good.
Thank you.
Cheers. Woo, there's the fan club.
All
Yay.
right.